In many countries people have been told to stay at home to try and stop the spread of coronavirus, which means far fewer people are out and about. And when humans stay at home, the animals come out to play. Lots of creatures, from deer and goats to monkeys and even a puma, have been making an appearance in places you wouldn't normally expect to see them. Some have come to big towns and cities in search of food, while others look like they're making the most of their freedom with humans out of the picture. Number 10. A rat peeks out from a stormwater catch basin in New York City. As self-isolation becomes mandatory in more cities in response to the COVID-19 pandemic, rats are becoming bolder in their search for food. Number 9. Video footage of a civet cat roaming the deserted streets of Kozhikode in the Indian state of Kerala went viral on social media. Number 8. In some countries it's not unusual to see boars roaming around in public. The Spanish city of Barcelona is another place where they've been spotted over the past few years, but now that there's even fewer people around, the boars are making the most of their freedom. People on lockdown have been posting on social media with stories of seeing the wild animals boldly strolling through quiet, deserted streets. Number 7. A herd of goats has taken over a deserted town center of Llandudno, eating hedges and flowers from gardens. Usually, the wild herd of about 122 Kashmiri goats only venture from their home in the Great Orme during bad weather. But the town councillor said she thinks the goats were curious and came looking to see where everyone had gone. Italians have also seen sheep and horses wandering around without a shepherd or rider in sight. Number 6. People who live in the city of Venice in Italy have reported seeing fish and ducks in the canals after coronavirus lockdown left the streets and famous canals empty. There's also been a visible improvement in the quality of the water, which now looks crystal clear. It's thought this is partly due to the big reduction in boats, which kick sediment to the surface, making the water darker and more murky. Number 5. It's not unusual to see monkeys on the street in Thailand, but there have been a lot more than normal about recently as they've been coming in search of food. Tourists who normally keep them well fed are staying away due to the coronavirus outbreak, which led to hundreds of monkeys running around the roads, fighting over scraps. So many monkeys were seen on the streets of Lopburi that people were making comparisons with scenes from Planet of the Apes. Number 4. In the U.S. city of San Francisco, coyotes have been roaming the empty streets, with many people having a surprise coyote encounter when they're popping out to get groceries. It even looks like the coyotes having been enjoying some of the city's famous tourist sites, including the Golden Gate Bridge. Number 3. You'd get quite a shock if you saw something like this outside your front door, but that's exactly what happened to people in the city of Santiago in Chile, South America. Local experts think it must have come down from the nearby mountains in search for food. Number 2. A herd of fallow deer were seen grazing on the lawns in front of a housing estate in Harold Hill in East London. It's thought they came from the nearby Dagenham Park, and spent the morning lazing on the grass. Number 1. Meanwhile in Japan, the local deer have also been out and about exploring. They normally live in Nara Park, a popular tourist attraction, where more than 1,000 deer roam freely throughout the year. But now that tourists aren't around to feed them, they've been wandering into the city in search of food. Photos and videos posted on social media have shown herds of 10 to 15 deer wandering through city streets and subway stations, dodging traffic and eating people's potted plants.